Hi, I'm Joe with I Know Jax, the show that helps you find the best places to eat local, drink local, and be local. And this week I have a great episode for you. We're visiting Top Chef contender Kenny Gilbert's new restaurant in Jax Beach. I'm also pleased to finally be able to introduce you to my friend Jeff Spear, who's here with the first ever episode of the Gadget Guy, where we take a look at fun kitchen gadgets. Plus, we'll talk about what's brewing in Jax and much more. That's all in this week's episode of I Know Jax. Now, maybe you've seen one of the stories I've done in the past about Chef Kenny Gilbert. I did a story from his restaurant in Fernandina Beach where I had alligator ribs, and I've also done a story from Gilbert Social on Southside. Now he's opened Gilberts in Jax Beach in the old Sea Chasers restaurant called Gilbert's Hot Chicken, Fish, and Shrimp.
A gentleman by the name of Jim Franks reached out to me and said that, hey, I have this great property on the beach, but I need some help. And he says that, I want to see if I can come out and consult and check it out, the property. So after meeting Jim and building a relationship with he and his fiance Cassandra and walking the property, I was like, man, this place has good bones to it. We're in a 10,000 square foot building and it's just massive. And before it was known as Sea Chasers. On the west end of the building, where we are right now, is Hot Chicken, Fish, and Shrimp. And I felt that based on the evolution of how I've been running my restaurants and we've been growing, that to do a restaurant focusing on fried fish, chicken and shrimp, we could actually come up with something special.
So Kenny, tell me how you guys make this great BLT you got. I know you have a little twist on it.
We're gonna do our KG's BLT biscuit.
Okay.
So we have a smoked, boneless and skinless chicken thigh.
Okay.
So we season with our chicken seasoning. We smoked it to about 130, 140 degrees, so still a little undercooked. Cool it down properly. And then we have it soaking in a buttermilk egg batter. Lots of flavor. We're adding to our dredge. Our dredge is a combination of flour, cornstarch, and more chicken seasoning.
Okay. What's chicken seasoning?
So my chicken seasoning is...
You're letting the secret out now.
Yeah, I know, right? I created this when I was cooking for Oprah Winfrey. And I kind of designed this fried chicken seasoning based on what she likes to eat. Okay. And her flavor profiles. So there's a lot of black pepper and ground mustard seed and cumin and coriander, crushed pepper, salt. And
so like Grandma does, but with a kick. It sounds like.
Little kick for sure. So we take Duroc pork belly. We season it with brown sugar, salt, and a Moroccan spice.
Moroccan spice?
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
So I like that. I love it with pork. So we rub it all on there. We smoke it with a combination of pecan and oak wood until it hits about 180 degrees. We then cool it down.
You don't have many dishes that don't hit your smoker at some point, do you?
No, a lot of things that hit the smoker. That's kind of like that other flavor.
Right, that's the hidden thing. What was that sets it off? These are cheddar jalapeno.
Cheddar and jalapeno biscuits.
Got it.
Yep. Cool. We're working with LA Urban Farms.
Gotcha.
And we got a couple lettuce towers that are going to be giving us.
That'll be
so they should be ready to go here pretty soon.
Everything you do has that sort of, you've gone the extra mile, it seems like.
Well, that's the goal. You want to develop your team so that they're not just cooking something out of a package.
Right.
You want to show that like this is where it comes from. This is chicken seasoning, which we're seasoning up.
And you won't tell me what's in that, right?
It's a lot of love. When I opened up Gilbert's Underground Kitchen almost 3 years ago, we basically had our signature fried chicken, which just took off, as well as our catfish and our shrimp. And then I wanted to make a spicy version. And my chicken sauce, I wanted to have something that wasn't like Nashville. So we made our own. It's lard-based, South Carolina barbecue sauce, dow pepper mash, our dow pepper hot sauce, my Raging Cajun spice blend, and black pepper, white pepper, crushed pepper. So I made this beautiful sauce.
So this is Kenny Gilbert's version of the BLT that Chef made for us in the kitchen, but I want to bring your attention to the stars of the show, in my opinion. No, definitely compliment this. This one is called the Beast, and that's named after Chef, of course. And then I want to bring your attention to this little thing because it's calling my name and reminding me a little bit of home, because this is made with Old Smoky salted caramel whiskey, and it's got some coffee ice cubes. It's pretty cool. These things call my name, I'm just saying. I look forward to seeing you guys right here. Hey, and welcome to What's Brewing in Jax. Every week I take a look at what's happening in the craft beer scene in Jacksonville. I'm at Really Good Beer Stop on 3rd Street in Jax Beach, and today I'm having a flight with the Kirsch Cherry Sour Gose from Victory, Undefeated from Funky Buddha, and last but not least, the SS Minnow from our local Intuition. Now, I'm sure you know it's Valentine's Day this Wednesday, so of course that means that the week is full of Valentine's Day themed beers and lots of fun events. Almost every brewery and brew pub in town has something suitable for Valentine's Day going on. Now, every year, Green Room Brewery does what they call the Box of Chocolates. Basically, they serve up 6 special beers for you with everything from chocolate to coffee, cinnamon, maple, and more. Now, that seems like the perfect thing to do on Valentine's Day. Now, on Thursday at Bold City, they're releasing the Strawberry Duke's Cold Nose Brown Ale, which speaks directly to me since I'm going to be celebrating Valentine's Day all week. And why not? Because there's plenty of good Valentine's Day themed beers to taste all week. Strawberry Duke's Cold Nose Brown Ale is just one of them. And that happens at Bold City Brewery on Thursday starting at 3 p.m. Now, here at Really Good Beer Stop, there's a Uinta Brewery Night on Thursday. That's a brewery from Salt Lake City, Utah, and I've heard really good things about their beers, so I'm excited about coming here to taste a few on Thursday, February 15th. That's here at Really Good Beer Stop from 6 to 9 p.m. I also have to give a shout out to Hyperion Brewery in Springfield, because this week they're releasing something ridiculously unusual. At least I've never heard of it before. It's a cheese beer. Yep, I don't really know what to think about that either, but here's the story. There was something called cheese tea that was made popular in China before making it into New York City and San Francisco. It was basically cold brewed tea with a sweet and savory soft cheese topping. Now, Hyperion has reviewed that fad in beer form, so who knows? They brewed a green tea session IPA that they top with a homemade salted whipped cream cheese in the tap room. I know, right? I still don't know what to think about it. Green tea beer with the cheese topping. Now, if you try it, please let me know, because I'm curious. Do you always dream of traveling to Spain and going to run with the bulls in Pamplona? If so, you're nuts. Who does that, right? It's crazy. Here's a cheaper and much safer alternative. We have our own version of this exciting race in downtown Jacksonville. It comes in a 5K or 10K foot race, and you have to run, but you also have to avoid getting caught by the bulls, AKA the Jacksonville Roller Girls, who will be chasing after you with red paint. Now, this definitely sounds silly enough to be a lot of fun. And after one, everyone gathers at Intuition for a pint. You can run with the bulls on February 18th. Well, that's it for this time. Now, if you want to try the Kirsch Cherry Sour Gose from Victory, Undefeated from Funky Buddha, or the SS Minnow from Intuition, you need to hurry here, because Really Good Beer Stop, they rotate their beers on tap at all times, so there's always something new. Jacksonville Beach's ultimate craft beer and growler store. So what are your plans for Valentine's Day? I have no plans. Well, not yet anyway. Last week I talked about the annual mead event that they have at Dahlia's Pourhouse on King Street, where they have 5 different kinds of mead with macarons. Now, I've been to that one in the past and really enjoyed it. I think that would be a great idea for Valentine's Day if you like mead. Otherwise, for craft beer people, the box of chocolates at Green Room is always a favorite of mine. So I got Jeff Spear, the Gadget Guy, here, and today on our first Gadget Guy segment.
This is it. Dun,
We're
dun, dun.
we're doing it. We're gonna break it in good. Today you got, it looks like a lot of accoutrement here to do something with citrus.
Yeah, you know, I want to keeping in mind that everything that we do is about making life in the kitchen either easier,
Right.
or fun,
Or both if we can.
Yeah, or both. So, you know, I see all these devices. So today we're going to talk about ways to juice citrus, because there's so many different devices out there. Most of them are okay, but some of them are crap, and some of them are really cool, and they have different purposes.
Yeah.
So,
And
first,
we do live in Florida, so there's, you know,
lots of citrus.
A lot of good citrus. Yeah.
So I want to talk about this. The easiest
I
way.
know what that is.
I'm glad you do.
It's a fork.
So if you don't have anything in particular, this is how you juice. You just use the fork, you wiggle it
squeeze
around,
it.
and it happens. No device, no special price. You got it in the cutlery drawer. You're done.
But for the advanced users,
Now, as soon as you start wanting to have specialized tools, there are reamers, things that have these ridges of different sorts. This is one made by Rusla. It's got a nice heavy handle. It's easy to, it's comfortable in the grip. It's about 22 bucks. This is one made by Cookit. This is called the Diego juicer. It looks a little bit like a cactus, and the nice
I
thing,
like the design on that, because
Yeah.
it looks good even when it's sitting
yeah, it's a
still.
nice thing to sit on the counter. And then the other thing is that whether you're doing lemons and limes, you've got this, or you turn it over, and you've got, so you have an orange, and then you can just ream away like this, and then the juice goes in the cup, and then after you're done, you just pour it in. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. Of course, OXO, they make something for everybody.
They do.
And every occasion. This is actually a very nice reamer. I like this. It actually comes
does
again
it on both
with
sides?
two
Yeah.
sides. And then one of the nice things is this is a measuring cup, so it's all inclusive.
Okay.
Okay. This is the most.
Now you're getting to the ones that I know.
Yeah, so we're moving away from reamers. Now we're getting into hand presses.
Presses.
Okay, this is one made by Amco. It's called a 2-in-1. That's because they have this little deal. And that's so if you
What's
have.
that for?
Well, if you have a line that's small,
Oh,
funny
gotcha.
you should ask.
I'm just saying.
So if you have a line, this is smaller. You have a lemon, it's bigger.
Oh.
I don't think you need this.
Right. I don't
But it
think
is
so
the most
either.
popular one on Amazon.
yeah.
This is the one that I use. This is from Fox Run. This, I mean, it's inexpensive, but it's 13 bucks.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Now the thing, if you have one of these, the thing to
People always use it wrong.
they got it backwards. It's really important to know that when you don't do it like this, you do it like that. So it's bowl shape up, and then you just press down like that, and there you go. Now, for my money, this is the best thing you can use for small quantities.
Right.
Now, when it's time to make
Bring out the
margaritas,
bad boy. Look at
yeah, this is the big guns. This is made by Freeling. This is called the Cilio Citrus Press. Now, this is a powerhouse of squeezing here.
Powerhouse of squeezing.
Watch your hand, I don't want to pinch. But you just lift this up, you put in a piece of fruit, you have a cup underneath, you
I
squeeze.
see margaritas in my future with this.
This is production.
Yeah, I'm ready for
Yeah,
that.
so if you're making fresh squeezed margarita juice,
That's the way to
you know,
go.
You need cups and cups of juice. You also need a
Especially
big
the
box
way
of
I drink.
limes. Yeah. So this is what you use.
And good tequila, of course.
Yeah.
Duh.
So you have a range. You have from in the drawer to $175.
Right.
Different purposes, different ways,
Right.
ease of use. But if I, like I say, if I was going to be the one to recommend this, or this.
And that's what's in my drawer.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
And it's useful always.
Yeah.
Now, if people want to find out more about this, what you can do is go to iknowjax.com/Gadget Guy, and we will have links to all of these products and even more details and pictures there. See you next time.
Bye.
So now that we got all that out of the way, let's give our brains a workout. Here's Steve with today's trivia question.
Hey, this is Steve with Trivia Nation. It's time to get your think on. What country, known for its neutrality, has not been in a war since 1515? Again, what country, known for its neutrality, has not been in a war since 1515?
I just wanted to let you know that I'm now sending out the Insider every Tuesday. You'll get tips and ideas for cool things to do, plus you'll find out what I'm up to and where we're filming next, that kind of stuff. You can subscribe to the Insider on my website at iknowjax.com.
Before the break, I asked, what country, known for its neutrality, has not been in a war since 1515? That answer is Switzerland. Please join us at any of our 50 locations in Northeast Florida. Just go to trivianation.com for more details.
Here are some great events you can share with friends and family. We have a big premiere at Alhambra on Valentine's Day for The Little Shop of Horrors. Now, I just can't wait for this one. I love the movie and I can't wait to see it live. The Little Shop of Horrors is performed at the Alhambra February 14th through the 28th. Also this week, Jackson's Night Market is moving back to Hemming Park. There will be food trucks, fashion trucks, live music, a beer garden, and more, starting right after work at 5 p.m. That's the Jackson's Night Market on Thursday, February 15th. I also want to give a shout out to one of my favorite food events, the Greek Food Festival that's coming up on February 16th through 18th at the Moroccan Shrine. Even if it's not a Valentine's Day suggestion, because I went a couple of years ago and loved it. But of course, I'm a big fan of souvlaki, dolmadas, and some moussaka too, right? Now I'm making myself hungry. Oh, that's on February 15th through the 18th. Another popular event is the big auto show that comes to the Prime Osborne Center every year. The convention center is turned into Northeast Florida's largest showroom for new cars. So if you're into that kind of thing, you might want to check it out on February 16th through 18th. The St. Augustine Art and Craft Festival features some of the nation's biggest artists and crafters and offers jewelry, ceramics, stained glass, photography, handmade soaps, and more. This free event takes place at the St. Johns County Pier Park. For more ideas about fun things to do in February, check out my post with a catchy name, Fun Things to Do in February. That's it for this week's episode. I'll be back next week with a brand new show. But before then, I'll see you on the internet.